Hey guys, Ultimate Deadpool here. Finally back with an actual video. I know a lot of people didn't care for my Fantastic Four fan casting yesterday. I just recently saw the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer that they just did. I've been following a lot of the behind the scenes stuff on it because growing up 7 years ago when I was in middle school, when when the games and stuff were still coming out, I'm like, okay, this is fun. I'm a casual Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Like, I like the concept of it. I just never really cared for the actual games and stuff, and the lore is beyond confusing. Um, but I watched the trailer for it. I love Blumhouse. They did the latest Halloween trilogy. Very excited for what they did with or what they're gonna do in the future. But I have to say this trailer does look fun. This movie does look like a lot of fun. However, don't be surprised if it's a PG-13 movie. I know there's a lot of Five Nights at Freddy fans that get extremely upset if you say, "Oh my God, you know how dark this games are? They can't do it rated R." Yes, they could. Believe it or not, Five Nights at Freddy's is a brand aimed slightly towards children. They have Five Nights at Freddy books in children's areas, so it wouldn't be that outlandish for them to do a PG-13 movie before, or PG-13 movie, and I don't think it's going to be bad. The red eyes, though, that's a choice, and that's a choice I welcome. Because there's a lot of fans who were like, "Oh my God, he's gonna have white gloves" when they revealed the sign, and it's like, no, they're not gonna have white gloves. That's just for the sign. But the red eye thing makes sense because I actually think it makes more sense in the games because then you have a differentiate between the games and the movie. So I actually would have not mind having Freddy and all of them have white gloves just because it makes sense, to have do something different. Um, so I'm not entirely familiar with all the backstory and shit involved with Five Nights at Freddy's, so I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going on. I mean, I know the basics. I know, what happens to William Afton. I know what he does. I know the horrible stuff that happened with the bite of 87. I do know most of the backstory and the lore. When I played the game when I was younger, I would just play it to see how far I could make it, and that was about it. And I never really, got into the, deep dark lore of it. So I mean, I do know how dark Five Nights at Freddy's can be, but I never really like invested myself into it. I'm not like hardcore Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Like I like the franchise, because of how creative it is. Basically a Chuck E. Cheese horror movie, essential or horror Chuck E. Cheese game. I think is fun. And the fact that they created a completely different set and now the fan base is like off the charts crazy with it. I think I congratulate Scott and everybody else involved. And with the 8 years it's taken to make this movie, it's supposed to come out October 27th of this year. Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there just to see how it turns out. But like I said, do not be surprised if this movie ends up being PG-13. I'm sure it's going to be really good either way. With the 7 years that it took to make it, they're not going to just put out a crap movie and then be like, okay, here you go, nerds. There you go. There's your movie. No. Because Scott Cawthon, the original creator, is heavily involved in this movie. So he's going to make sure that it's right. And that's why it's taken so long. He kept rejecting so many scripts. So, but it's shot, it's made, it's being, visual effects worked on. So, it's only a matter of time. But I leave it up to you guys. Do you guys think that this is going to be a good movie or not? For those of you who are not Five Nights at Freddy's fans, let me know what you guys think. And if you guys are hardcore Five Nights at Freddy's fans, are you excited? Are you cautious? I know Matthew Lillard is William Afton in this movie. That's like the number one reason I actually want to watch this movie, because I do like Matthew Lillard as an actor. I loved him as Stu Macher in Scream, and I also like him as Shaggy Rogers in Scooby-Doo. And then shit. Josh Hutcherson, I think is going to play a really good job as Mike Schmidt, the night security guard. So very anxious to see this movie, but like I said, I'm a casual Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Like I like the concept of the game, I like the characters, and I like how dark the stuff can get. But I'm not the lore is just so confusing for me. I never really understood it. So I mean, I understand it enough to where it's like, oh, that's messed up, but not enough to where like, oh my god, this is so wrong. Like, or like, you know, when the updates and stuff were coming on the movie every other day, it's like, oh my god, you're gonna spoil it, you're gonna ruin the movie. It's like, you guys think you know they're gonna ruin the movie because you know the lore and stuff, so you have an assumption of what they could do, but that does not mean that you know anything about the movie. We still know very little about the movie and what they're changing from the games to the movie. And if you have Scott approving all of that, they should be changes for the better. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think of this, and I will catch you guys all next time. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.